That's it!
Catch and fire. It's on the... He made it! Oh my...
Hello everyone and welcome inside Platt Arena. It is Preston Husband alongside Brady Gallo here for the 5th volleyball match of the year for the Huntington Foresters. They are taking on the away St. Mary of the Woods Pomeroy. Brady, welcome back on campus, and we've got a great start to the volleyball season here for the Foresters, looking for a 5-0 start for the first time since 2016 and 17.
Oh yeah, it's been a fantastic start for this Forester squad. An impressive start, one that you said they have not had since 2023, searching for that first 5-0 since 2016. During that last 4-0 start, they finished 16 and 15, their last 500 season since over the past couple years. So good things, hopefully, in the rearview mirror, in a close view for the Foresters.
And for Huntington, it's been a little bit of a roster turnover. We saw several very impactful players graduate last year. They brought in some transfers, some freshmen who are having big games, and that's what Coach Kelsey Erber wanted to see, a fresh new start with a different roster. Not that she didn't love the players she already had, but sometimes turning the page and finding some younger players to contribute, that's how you build your program to kind of mirror the team they're playing tonight, a team that's come in with several good years in a row under Coach Ashley Harris.
Oh yeah, it's definitely been a bit of a youth movement here at Huntington University with impact players such as Kennedy Urban, who's a sophomore, and Amanda Allies, who's a freshman. So a lot of young players stepping up and making impact plays for a squad who's looking to be competitive come postseason time.
We will give you a quick warning. We did not get a pronunciation guide tonight, so we're going to do our absolute best with the Pomeroy's roster. If we mess up, feel free to type out how to say it in the YouTube chat, and we'll make sure to get that figured out for you. I don't know, Brady, if you've noticed yet, but the Foresters are going to be sporting one of their new sets here tonight, the black jerseys with the trees at the bottom. They completely revamped their gear this year, so we've seen a lot of new jerseys already, and that's brought some excitement to the players as well.
Oh yeah, Huntington has some fantastic jerseys throughout all their sports, but the predominantly black ones I tend to be more fond of. So I was looking at these, and I actually didn't know that they were new, but I was like, wow, we're coming in here with some swag. I see how it is.
4-0 start, looking for a 5-0 start. Take a look and see who is going to start for the home Foresters tonight. It'll be Kennedy Urban, Haley Cruz, Trevin Terry, Mason Robrock, Leah Carter, and Maggie Holman. And of course, Layla Meyer will be out there with the substitution for the libero. On the other side, it's Aiden Britt, Felicia Omosebi for the Pomeroys. It's also Megan Chesser, Daniela Zavnar, Carla Melendez, who's their best player, coming off a big year last year with 340 kills, and Masa Pesic from Serbia. And of course, we already said it, Ashley Harris, also the assistant AD over at St. Mary of the Woods, assistant men's volleyball coach, had a good career herself. The last 3 seasons, 32-7, 28-7, 26-6. So she comes in, her team playing their first regular season match of the night. So we'll see if they're working through some tweaks. Huntington's already had a nice warm-up in that Forester Invitational.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully they can avoid a slow start. The Foresters have only lost 1 set this season, which was in a 3-1 victory versus Governor State. So we shall see how the Foresters start and if the Pomeroys can come out with some intensity.
Just about ready for first serve here. Foresters, that is one thing they've really done well to start this season. They have been serving the ball extremely well. Service aces piling up for them. We did see some errors in that Forester Invitational, but they're still without their stronghold at setter. That's Lauren Ross, who's dealing with concussion protocol, and that's someone last year who battled injury as well. But when she is in there, she is dynamite. But I tell you, from one redhead to the other, Kennedy Urban, they've connected well. They've worked well together, and Kennedy kind of looks like Lauren Ross out there. She's playing so well filling in, and we'll see Amanda Ailes, the freshman, as well.
Oh yeah, and like we've mentioned before, the young players stepping up and making impact plays. Foresters would love to see some more of that tonight.
And that's no shot at redheads, because when I grow the beard out, it gets a little red in there too.
Yeah.
So just about set and ready to go. Foresters playing their first 5 matches of this season at home. We've documented it. That was not the case the last few years. Last year, a heavy road schedule. The year before that, Platte Arena was still under construction, so they played a lot of their home matches over at Huntington North. So Coach Kelsey Herber is so relieved to see a stretch of home games to start the season this year.
Oh yeah, and I should add that Platte Arena is filled out decently well tonight with students not even being fully back on campus. An impressive show out here for this women's volleyball team. Sorry, I'm in basketball.
It's all right.
Already.
We're getting close to that time here in just a few months. First serve is just long, and Huntington will start the match up 1-0. We'll see a quick sub, Olivia Cron coming in. One of the seniors that kind of leads this team. There are a handful of seniors sprinkled throughout this lineup as well, so a good mix of both youth and some veterans. Cron serve over the top. Pomeroy's in their light blue. Kennedy Urban with a nice dig. Carter taps it right over, and that is someone to watch. She is off to a monster start in her senior campaign. Yeah,
won't go unnoticed. Urban with a fantastic save right there, just keeping the play alive, and you see what happens right there. Huntington scores a point.
Carter gets the offensive scoring started for the Foresters. Set right side. There's Urban again to dig it out. Meyer's going to set up Robrock, who's off to a nice start as well. And like the weekend began, Huntington comes out 3-0 start right away.
Picking up right where they left off. Let's see if the Pomeroys have an answer here.
Meyer will occasionally set up her teammates. Usually it's Urban, but Layla is really someone that can do it all. That one's just wide from Cron, as it's now 3-1. Layla Meyer also a little bit of some exciting news. She was just she just got engaged to Luke LaGrange on the men's basketball team this week, actually. So
wow. Congratulations.
Yeah, little exciting news. Serve to Meyer. Urban going to go far side to Haley Cruz, who's been a stronghold on that left side for several years now. Tip shot over. Meyer keeps it alive. Cron will go right back to Haley, who hits it long, but it's saved on the back row. Left side swing into that and down. Foresters back up 3 again, 4-1.
Yeah, chance for the Pomeroys to steal some momentum right there, but just can't get the job done. A decent volley, but it's going to go back to the Foresters.
Jonathan Peters, our producer tonight, let us know we do have real replays tonight, so we'll be able to show you some of the best plays that happen inside Platte Arena. A second time, the block there for the Foresters, but then that is out. And that first kill of the night for Masa Pesic, who's really been very good in her 2 years with the Pomeroys.
Pomeroys are an up-and-coming program. Yeah, those past 2 years, you can see their core players really making an impact.
Robrock goes cross-court. No issue for St. Mary the Woods yet. Pesic, 2 in a row now, drops that one in on the back line.
Might want to figure out something for her. Don't want to let her get into a rhythm here early.
Correa, long serve to the back. Right side of Robrock looking for another. She just tips it off the blockers and out. So that's not the big swing we're used to seeing from Mason, but counts the same. Huntington back up 2, 5-3.
Doesn't matter how you get them. Points go on the board. No questions asked.
You'll take a base hit even if you don't hit it hard, right?
Oh, yeah.
Even though you're a pitcher, you don't want to see those soft hits. Pomeroy's on the attack. Right side, it's Pesic again. She's blocked, kept alive by Varia. And pushed over again by Pesic. Ailes and Meyer work with Boyer, who's in the game. She's got her first kill on her first swing of the night.
Boyer, a sophomore, another young player who has stepped up. She comes through with the point right there.
Transfer from Trinity Christian. You can see the swing there, just kind of swinging it through the back row of the defense. She's had some big games already in her first few as a Forester. Last year, she only had 24 kills the entire season. So far this year, after that one, she's got 22 in her first 5 matches.
Oof. Talk about a hot start.
Men's soccer team making some noise. They're getting ready to make some noise out on the pitch here in a few days. Their home opener is on Friday night against Siena Heights. That one was long from Pesic, and it's 7-4.
So we've seen a couple errors on the serve by the Pomeroys. That could be a factor of this being their first real game. They've played a scrimmage earlier couple weeks ago, but this is going to be their first official game on the scorecards.
And that is kind of unnormal to see them struggle from the service line. They've been top 5 a few years in serving the volleyball. Cruz puts the pressure on, and Terry finishes it off with a big swing right at the net.
And there's really just no defense for that. It's a fantastic set, and Terry is going to finish that 9 times out of 10.
Terry continues to excel as a Forester, now in her junior year, hitting .233 on the season. 5 kills a few times so far, and Terry, I thought might have been into the net, but it was actually the Pomeroy's into the net. The Foresters get a free points, 9-4.
You can see her wiping her forehead. I think she was thinking the same thing. She might have got a bit too far extended, but goes in the favor of the Huntington Foresters.
Cruz, when she is right from the service line, puts a ton of pressure on the opposing team. You see it right there. Set, right side, cross-court swing. Nice shot placed in there by Kaniga out of Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Natalie playing her first collegiate game, and she's got her first kill.
It's a good way to start off your college career.
Zovnar hits one out. That's already the 3rd service error for the Pomeroys. And like I said, this is historically under Coach Harris, a team that serves the ball extremely well. Now, there may be a lot of service errors because they're aggressive, but they also pick up a lot of service aces, so they can go on long runs as well. Ava Myers in for the first time, freshman, and that one's dug out by Cruz, but it's a free ball for St. Mary of the Woods. Left side swing, tapped over. There is Ailes. Myers will set up Holland, who's in for the first time. Another freshman from Carmel. Tip shot over, not there. Holland to Bowers, Holland's from Warsaw. Ailes from Carmel. Middle shot tipped in and between a few Foresters. Brings it back within a 4-point set.
So the Pomeroys have done a good job settling in here despite the Foresters picking up a couple digs on that volley.
I think I had it right the first time. Ailes is from Carmel. Howland is from Warsaw. Make sure we get that right. Cruz, a little heavy with it, but right at the net, Carter pushes it over. Not enough on it. St. Mary of the Woods, left side swing. Layla Meyer with a great dig. We've seen that a lot early this season. Right side now, blocked by Carter. Pomeroys will reset. Left side again, tipped off the blocks. Foresters heading back to Howland, who drops it in off the blocks.
So Holland already having a pretty decent start to this game. Freshman number 21. She has 26 kills on the season. Picks up another one right there.
It's been an electric start for her in her freshman campaign. You know, Huntington's doing a good job on Carla Melendez, who had a couple of swings there on that long rally. She's yet to etch her name into the box score tonight, but she is their best swinger, and there she is again. Huntington does well to slow her down. Howland for 2 straight. That one just dropped in on the line. Nearly out for a Howland kill, but it'll go as a block for the Pomeroys.
You mentioned Melendez, Carla Melendez. Yeah, she's a player who is dangerous. She led the team in kills last year with 340. And as I was researching, she doesn't really have any weaknesses. She can serve it, she can assist, and she can obviously kill. So not a player you want to start getting hot.
Meyer to Howland, and that's long. They're asking for a touch. And Coach Kelsey Herber might want to take a look, and it looks like she will. So we'll have our first replay review to see if there was a touch by the defense. We'll be right back in Platte Arena with the decision.
University challenges the call. Friends, Forester fans, we'd like to
Bippa State Bank is a cornerstone of the community. Our banking building blocks were assembled in 1911 and haven't differed much since then. We still stay true to our local roots, aiming to support, uplift, and celebrate the citizens and businesses of Huntington. As proud lenders to and patrons of our local businesses, we make our community an even more prosperous place. And when you support local banking, you play an important role in Huntington's success stories. No matter what financial products you may need, your business is an invaluable opportunity for us to strengthen our relationship with Huntington, which we're fortunate enough to call home. Biffa State Bank is banking at its best. We believe in community banking.
As the owner of JJ's, I invite you to visit one of our 7 BP convenience stores. And when you do, I expect you will experience hometown excellence in the cleanest and friendliest convenience stores in your community. Please also consider visiting JJ Java for the best cup of coffee in town, or JJ's Pit Stop for a quick, no appointment necessary professional oil change. Also, if you ever need a clean and efficient environment in which to do laundry, JJ's Washroom is ready to serve you.
Welcome back to Platt Arena. This is the play they were just looking at to see if there may have been a tip on the Pomeroy's block. Because I'll be honest, it was kind of hard to tell, and the point's going to stick with St. Mary of the Woods. I'm just not sure there was enough there to tell for sure. The net angle is good, but on that, you almost need the other side of the net to see the fingers go back, and you couldn't quite see it there.
Yeah, that's a situation where the call will stand opposed to it being confirmed, not enough to overturn it.
Meyer, Howland, and it's an ace for the Pomeroys, and they've gotten right back into this first set. It's now 11-10 Foresters. Make it 11-9.
Watching Britt serve, there's a reason why I'm a baseball player. I could never feel the serve like that with all that topspin.
36 aces last year. She just picked up her first of the season there. Long set to the middle, and Cruz comes right down the chute.
Yeah, came down the lane with some force right there. Wow, that would be hard to stop.
Cruz has had a couple of big years as a Forester. Actually, 293 kills as a freshman, 333 as a sophomore, 252 last year. So she wants to replicate that sophomore year, and that's tipped over and out again by Melendez, who just can't seem to find her footing here early.
That's a smart decision by Meyer. She thought about making contact with that ball, trying to dig it, but she lets it go out of bounds. Wise decision.
Olivia Cron will serve for the second time tonight. Pomeroy's trying to stop a mini HE run. Urban easily takes care of it. It's Meyer setting up Cruz again. Another big swing, and she gets another kill.
When you supply that much power, it's hard to execute a block right there. That just goes straight out the back end.
33 kills already for Cruz on the young season. Cron back to work. Berea. And now Melendez finally gets one to go. Not the big swing a lot of the Pomeroy fans are used to seeing, but just touched it off the tape enough to throw the Foresters off.
Yeah, gave the Foresters a change-up right there, caught them off balance. Yeah, she is a fantastic player, definitely fun to watch.
Here she is now at the service line. Melendez from Puerto Rico, and goes long with that one. So you talk about someone who's gotten better over the years, and now just in her junior year. 147 kills in 26 matches as a freshman, 340 as a sophomore to go along with 236 digs and 20 blocks. That's the kind of improvement every coach wants to see from a potential star player.
Oh yeah, that just speaks to the player development that this program has built itself upon. They have had 25 wins over the past 3 seasons. They've done a fantastic job developing their young players.
Robrock rises and crushes one cross court for another kill.
Robrock, a senior with 35 kills on the season. She picks up her 3rd of the night with some force.
Yeah, she was leading the team in kills coming in. Haley Cruz trying to quickly catch her, but Robrock wants to hang on for a little longer. She's leading the team with 3 kills tonight. Free ball for Terry, and she doesn't typically waste those.
Yeah, she's gonna punish you on that almost every time.
Pretty nice balance here by the Foresters on the attack in this first set. 17-11 now, trying to take set number 1. 10-foot shot from Kaniga, it's not in there. And Cron kept it alive. Boyer goes cross court. Pomeroy's will reset. It's Pesic cross court. There's Ailes, another freshman. And now Cruz looking for another tip shot, kept up by the away side. Ailes, Meyer, Boyer's second shot in the rally. It's the back row, Melendez, Kaniga again, and Meyer. Cruz, third time, is the charm.
There you go. You mentioned she's going for that kill lead. She picks up her third of the night. She's definitely on track for it.
Her and Robrock, both seniors. And if Huntington's going to have a really good year, you got to rely on a couple of your seniors to have big seasons. Those two are off to phenomenal starts. Pesic to the middle of the hardwood. Cruz looking for 2 straight, nearly dropped it in, but it's picked up. 10-foot shot. Melendez has it blocked. Huntington's going to get a free opportunity here. And maybe not. Good placement by Kaniga, and that's not one that you typically see drop in for a kill, but it works all the same.
No, put it in no man's land right there, just out of the reach.
Again, Natalie, in just her first career match, has 2 kills now. Pesic, right over top of the tape. Meyer goes down to the hardwood. It's Boyer on the opposite side this time. Nicely defended, tipped over by the setter at the net, Britt. Cruz, big rip, and that one's out.
She's got a tad bit too ambitious right there. I could tell she reached back a little bit further to try to put some extra mustard on that one, but a bit too much.
We'll wait for Omosebi to finish tying her shoe from Orlando, Florida. Now they're ready to roll. It's Pesic who will still do the serving. Good serve to the back row, Layla Meyer. Ailes, Cruz, again a little too long. Coach Herber asking for a touch, but it looked like that one was just a little strong from Cruz.
Yeah, I can tell they wanted to ask for an appeal right there. That's a tough one. We probably have the worst seats in the house to make a call like that.
Well, Pesic on a little bit of a run right now. Another great serve. Ailes right at the net, quick to Terry, and it works again.
That's just a tough play to stop right there. Got in on her hands, and she didn't have a teammate in the vicinity to hit that one up.
That quick ball from whoever is setting at that time, whether it's Urban or Ailes with Carter and Terry, has been so hard to defend for every team that's faced the Foresters so far. Cruz, big serve coming. And it's an ace.
And that's like a sinker right there. She just gets on top of it, and you can see the rotations. Gotta imagine it's a struggle just to get that one over.
She's had as many as 46 aces as a sophomore, so she can really get it done. And it's with this big front spin jump serve. Puts pressure on the defense when it's in play, and tipped over by Omosebi. And it's now 20-15.
So despite a bit of a mini Huntington run, the Pomeroys have stayed pretty competitive with the Foresters this set.
Ailes and Terry go back again. Nice play by the Pomeroys to keep it alive. Left side again. This time Melendez, and into the net are the Foresters. And it looks like it was Trevin Terry. 2016, seems like every time Huntington pulls away, Pomeroys have an answer.
Oh, yeah.
Ailes, Terry, tip shot, nearly into the net again. Huntington going to try to set up a block. Great dig on the back row by Cruz. Boyer set up, big swing, drops it in.
So Moyer already having herself a pretty decent night so far as the Foresters inch just a tad closer to a set 1 victory.
It's 2 kills now for Boyer. Ava Myers, a little knuckleball in for an ace.
That's just perfection right there. Put it just over the tape. I'm sure the Pomeroys were thinking maybe that was going to hit the top of it, but perfectly executed, lands on the other side.
It's already her 4th service ace. Here's a freshman in her 5th match. From Greenwood, Indiana, went to Indian Creek High School. And free chance for her and the Foresters. Right side, Boyer, a little off bounce, just tipped over. Berea kept it alive. Left side, Melendez, Myers, and it's in for a kill.
Great effort. That's what you like to see, your young players making that extra effort, diving on the floor, just trying to keep it alive. Just came up a bit short.
Coach Kelsey Herbert giving her freshman some words of encouragement. Likes the way that she's serving it right now, putting pressure on the opposing team. Lexa Stiff in for the first time. Serves one to the back row. Cruz again goes long. And that pulls the visitors again back within 4.
It's just punch, counter punch right now. Foresters, without that little run, this game would be a lot closer.
Stiff from Coatesville, Indiana, defensive specialist. Foresters nearly into the front row over there as it was kept alive by Howland. Meyer going to set up Boyer, looking for her 3rd kill. A little too close to the net. Huntington can reset with Howland. Blocked at the net. Carter tips it over.
Wow, that could have gone either way. The ball was hanging around the net for a good amount of time. Ends up going for the Foresters.
It doesn't feel like that was a point that Huntington should have won,
no.
But they did win, and that's kind of what keeps the momentum going here as we inch closer to the end of the first set. And it looks like Coach Harris feels that because she needs a timeout. We'll go ahead and take one with her. It's 23-18. Foresters looking to chop down the first set.
As the owner of JJ's, I invite you to visit one of our 7 BP convenience stores. And when you do, I expect you will experience hometown excellence in the cleanest and friendliest convenience stores in your community. Please also consider visiting JJ Java for the best cup of coffee in town, or JJ's Pit Stop for a quick, no appointment necessary professional oil change. Also, if you ever need a clean and efficient environment in which to do laundry, JJ's Washroom is ready to serve you.
Back here for the end of the first set, it is the Foresters in front, 23-18 over St. Mary of the Woods Pomeroys. Huntington very balanced right now. It's Cruz, Terry, Robrock, all with 3 kills. Leah Carter right behind him with 2. It's been a group effort, and that's kind of what we've seen through these first 4 and now 4 matches and 1 extra set on the young season.
Oh yeah, it's come from everyone this set. As we can see, 3 players in the lineup right now with at least 3 kills. So the production is coming from everywhere, but I'm sure Coach Herber in that huddle was saying, let's just get out of here early. Let's get these 2 points and let's wrap up this set because the Pomeroys are gearing up to go on a bit of a run here.
Right side swing, Urban is there, into the net. Again, the Foresters, that time it was Howland. See if he can get a look here. Yep, it looks like right when she went up for that block, her hand maybe caught the underside of it. It's Aiden Britt from Pflugersville, Texas. Senior season as a Pomeroy. Meyer, Urban, right at the net. Carter, it's a good swing, but it's a better block there by Chesser. Pushed over Robrock. Pomeroys can reset. It's a right side swing. Pesic, who's been busy, and she's got another kill.
Pesic has had an impressive first set here, serving the ball, and as you see right there, picking up a kill. She has definitely been an impact player here for the Pomeroys.
She's got to be, especially with Melendez maybe off her game just a little bit. She does have 3, and so does Melendez, so the two players you'd expect to lead them. It's another service error, and now Huntington is within 1 point of taking set 1.
You can hear the men's soccer team cheering on the volleyball team. You love to see the turnout.
Olivia Cron with the serve at the net, right side. Melendez pushes it over. Meyer keeps it off the hardwood. Cruz to put it away, and she does. 25-20. Foresters victors in set number 1. Off to a good start as they try to go 5-0. We'll be right back for set number 2. Huntington on top.
I've been interested in animation since I was really young. Animated movies have always been my favorite.
Heard about it from my dad. He had saw that they're having an animation camp. I told him that I want to go.
So my photography made me interested in working with cameras, and that's what I want to do.
It was a camp that had so much to offer, like everything I was interested in, it was being taught here and stuff.
The knowledge of animation, how it works, and getting better at it so I can pursue my future career.
And I've always just kind of been interested in this for so long, it was like I couldn't really pass it up. And I have learned those things, like professional things, things that I would not be able to do at home.
Some of my favorite experiences were just getting out and talking to people with similar interests, people who are passionate with the same thing that you're passionate with.
We were shooting a film yesterday, had a camper who had never done anything with sound before. She did one little workshop, took about an hour and a half, and by the end of the workshop, she was feeling a lot more confident. She showed up on set, and she's running boom, and she's recording on the field recorder. She's just elated by how much fun she's having. Every camper that comes through ends up making between 2 and 4 projects throughout just 1 week. It's unbelievably cool.
Yeah, it was very cool to actually hold a camera that they use to make films, which I always wanted to do.
We designed the character that we would be animating in Toon Boom on Photoshop, and I fell in love with Photoshop in ways I've never thought I would.
Honestly, all of the professors and the directors and teachers are so gifted in their craft, pretty much masters of what they do.
Back here and just about ready for set number 2. The Foresters, winners of set number 1. Coach Ashley Harris giving her team and her best player, Carla Melendez, some instructions. Foresters huddled up. It was really a nice balance for the Foresters there in set number 1. Several players contributing, both on the defensive side of things, but the attack was very fluid.
Yeah, balance is the word I would use to describe that set. But for the Pomeroys, some takeaways, just limit the errors. If you take away some of those errant serves to start off the match, you're looking at a different score. So just starting stronger, limiting some of those errors. They have the pieces to be competitive, and they were in that first set. So we'll see what kind of adjustments they make here in set 2.
So we will wait and see if there's any changes for Coach Ashley Harris. She's kind of got a younger team she's working with. A lot of her players really haven't had a ton of time on a collegiate court, and as mentioned, this is their first match of the year. They hung with Huntington, who has had a lot of tune-up and has played some solid opponents as well. So it's night 1 for them. There's nothing too stressful about the result of this match for either side, but definitely want to start figuring out what you've got on your roster with turnover on both sides. Kennedy Urban, as she normally does, will get us started in set 2 at the service line. Lofts that one to the back row, and right away, Huntington's going to get a free ball here from the Pomeroys. Urban sets up the middle. Robrock down the chute. Great dig by freshly into the game, Ariana Cruz Gonzalez. Left side, Howland goes a little long.
So talk about starting fast. There you go, the Pomeroys pick up the first point of the set.
Ariana Cruz Gonzalez, who just came in, made that great dig on the back row from Arecibo, Puerto Rico. Seen a lot of international influence at the women's volleyball game. Of course, you check in on the Olympics when those summer years come around and see a lot of the Hispanic countries and Spanish-speaking countries excellent at volleyball. Brazil, not necessarily all Spanish, but you get the point. It's just something in their culture, beach volleyball especially, is something you see, and we've seen that a lot this year. Melendez gets it right back, a little give and go, and that one was just long of the back line, and it's 2-1 Foresters.
Yeah, Melendez continues to go off to, I can't say a slow start because she has 3 kills, but slow start for her. She's been throwing a couple of those change-ups early, goes for the hard run, and ends up just being a bit too strong.
That one's off the antenna by Britt. A little loose with the set, and it's 3-1 HU.
And something I wanted to mention, I don't know if I'll get a better opportunity. I had a ton of fun researching this game, and I found out that the Pomeroys actually have a team pet.
I saw that on their roster.
That was interesting.
Is it a cat? Is that right?
It's a black cat named Milo de Jesus or de Jesus. That's how it's spelled. But I just thought that was a fun nugget to throw in. I didn't know if I was going to have a more appropriate time to throw that in.
Wouldn't it be awesome if John Peters could find a picture of Milo and put him or her on the screen for us?
That would be perfect.
Back row swing, Melendez. Meyer goes to Robrock, who goes cross court. That's Varela who picks it up. It's a 10-foot shot from Pesic and 10-foot shot from Cruz. So a couple of longer shots. Melendez tips it off the blocks. Huntington pushes it right back to her. They get set up with another free chance. Meyer goes to Cruz off the blockers. Good rally here by both sides. Pesic tips it over. Carter punches it right back. Left side swing, Melendez gets one to drop in off of the blockers. Hard fought point there.
Oh yeah, just off the fingertips of Carter. Couldn't get that block to go over. Melendez picks up her 4th kill of the match.
I was actually wondering if their team pet would like come sit on the bench with them, but it might be a hazard to the players on the court.
Maybe a home game they would go to.
And there's also an equestrian team at St. Mary of the Woods, so a couple of these players actually on the equestrian roster as well. So volleyball, horses, not really the same, but you can have two interests. You know?
Sure, why not?
5-2 as Carter gets in on the offensive attack. 3 kills for her now. Left side, pushed over by Kaniga. And now Huntington will go back on the attack with Cruz, who goes deep into the net and down.
Almost a fantastic save by number 2, Varela, for the Pomeros, but just no one there to bump that one up.
Meyer, who's been a good server throughout her time in a Forester uniform, gets us started here. Tipped over. Huntington pushes it right back. Kaniga again gets one to go. She's having a fine night, the freshman.
Kaniga, as you mentioned, getting her first real collegiate action, scored her first point tonight, but she's getting a ton of play. She must be performing well in practice for Coach Harris to be giving her this much playing time tonight.
Lawrenceburg, Indiana native. Terry out wide, a little off balance are the Pomeroys, but it'll be knocked over for a free chance. Terry, Urban, left side Cruz, high off the blocks, ran down by Varela. Kaniga again, that time Meyer kept it alive. Cruz into the blockers. One more time, Urban tips it over. Smart play.
Just puts it where they're not. It's as simple as that. Hits the gym floor with no one remotely around.
You know, that's something, and I've talked about this on the first few broadcasts of the year. Lauren Ross does that so well. She actually, when she got injured last year, was leading the Crossroads League in kills from the setter position. A lot of times we'll go up and see her tip it over with the left hand or push a shot over like that. When she reads that, it's like a quarterback reading the defense and drops it in. We see Urban do that a few times as well. Left side, Boyer. Can't get it to drop in. It'll be set up for a 10-foot shot from Pesic. Terry kept that one alive by herself. Cruz has to knock it over. Left side, Kaniga again off the blockers and out. Starting to stack some kills here.
Oh yeah, she's been making a living over there on that left side of the net. Definitely want to figure out a game plan for her.
I want to give a shout out to Coach Thad Frame tuning in tonight. Of course, Brady, a pitcher on the mound. He said he wants to shout out to talk about Brady shoving for the baseball team this year.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you for tuning in.
Cruz off the tape, and she'll get a kill there as Britt couldn't keep it alive.
As number 9 is going to sub in Hannah Gessler for the Pomeroys.
Haley Cruz, who's been great at the service line tonight, gets it going here, 8-5 lead. That one is in, and a tough one to handle. Kanega pushes it over from the 10-foot line. Ailes chooses Howland, and that is in right on the line.
Fantastic placement right there. Hard to defend. Forces the Pomeroys to make a decision whether or not they want to hit that or take a gamble on it being out of bounds. And looks like they're going to try to take another look at it.
We'll take a short break with them. We'll come back with the result. Coach Ashley Harris thinks it's out. We'll tell you when we come back.
Bippa State Bank is a cornerstone of the community. Our banking building blocks were assembled in 1911 and haven't differed much since then. We still stay true to our local roots, aiming to support, uplift, and celebrate the citizens and businesses of Huntington. As proud lenders to and patrons of our local businesses, we make our community an even more prosperous place. And when you support local banking, you play an important role in Huntington's success stories. No matter what financial products you may need, your business is an invaluable opportunity for us to strengthen our relationship with Huntington, which we're fortunate enough to call home. Bippa State Bank is banking at its best. We believe in community banking.
Welcome back to Platte Arena. We do not have a decision yet, but we should hear in the near future. The crew in the back, Jonathan Peters, and I'm actually not sure who all is on the crew tonight. It's checking in on this replay to see if it missed the line or hit the line for the Foresters. Right now the score is 9-5, but that could change depending on the call. And it's just very, very tight that it looks like it probably hit the line from the back angle, but again, we can't zoom in. So when we show you this replay when we come back, which I'm assuming we're going to, you can't quite zoom in and see for sure if it hits the line. But if you're not sure, you got to keep the call. Here's the look that we've got. Here's the look the officials have. So Howland rises up, of course, hits it down the line. And you can see it looks like it just nicks the line. So hard to tell.
Yeah. But a fantastic job by our production team. It's just amazing to me how we have access to that at an NAIA school. We just do a fantastic job.
Cruz, big serve. There it is again, setting up Terry and the Pomeroys into the net. And Huntington quickly doubling up St. Mary of the Woods. It's 10-5.
I think they were just trying to get that point out of the way and save them from that powerful kill right there.
Cruz has been so good from this spot tonight, making it tough on St. Mary of the Woods. Again, just a hammer over top of the net. Melendez, 10-foot shot. Huntington easily takes care of it. Off balance, Howland goes cross court. Tipped over by the setter at the net. That's Cruz Gonzalez. Tossed over by Terry. Again, Cruz Gonzalez keeps it alive. Right side shot doesn't fall for Geisler. Pushed over by Boyer. Back and forth we go. Kanega gets one to drop in. She's been arguably their best attacker tonight, now up to 4 kills. 5 kills.
In terms of the results, she has been absolutely fantastic tonight. The freshman really coming in and making an impact here at Platte Arena.
She's got 5. Carla Melendez has 4. Masa Pesic has 3. Ailes right at the net. Terry, a big hack at that one. Couldn't get it to fall. Right side, cross court, blocked by the Foresters. Geisler couldn't get it down. Outside swing, Melendez finds the back row.
And that's what the Pomeroys fans are used to seeing. Fantastic placement right there. See if that can get her going with a couple more kills on the board.
New server is Daniela Zavnar. Big jump here from Howler on the left side. Again, Melendez cross court. Howler keeps it up. It's a back row swing from Cruz. Front spins it into the back row. Right side, Geisler sends one into the seats, and it's a Huntington point, 11-7.
So similar to the first set, the Foresters are keeping the Pomeroys at sort of an arm's length here. 4-point lead, 3-point lead. Pomeroys just can't seem to get in tight and cut down this lead.
Ava Myers back into serve. She's already got an ace tonight. Won't have one this time. Melendez now starting to get it going. This is kind of what we talked about. She is their best player for a reason. Maybe trying to find that connection with setter, hitter in this first match. They seem to have found it here in set 2.
Yeah, set 2, things are definitely starting to click, which is trouble for the Foresters.
Do like to tell you guys, if you want to leave a comment on the YouTube page, you can type right in the comment section on our broadcast. It looks like Pomeroy's had a free chance and got into the net, so it's 12-8. If you want to leave a comment, all you have to do is hop on the YouTube page that you're watching this on right now and type in where you're watching from, who you're watching. Brady and I and the rest of the crew would love to say hello. And even if you're a St. Mary of the Woods fan, we want to say hello.
Absolutely.
A lot of you guys are probably the ones watching because you want to see your kids, friends, family from afar. At the net, right side. Geisler had it blocked, and it's out off of the hands of Howler. It's a kill for Geisler. And again, we don't have our pronunciation guide tonight, so if we are saying someone's name wrong that you know, leave a comment and tell us.
We would love to.
Yeah, because we don't want to mess that up.
There's no egos here.
Yeah.
We would love to be corrected.
We're okay to be wrong sometimes. Aiden Britt back to serve. Urban sets it up at the net. Woo! Carter quickly comes through the middle. Ooh. And a couple of players quickly come our way. And it's a Forester point, 13-9.
We almost had no replays for the rest of the game there if it wasn't for me.
Brady Gallo just honestly picked up a bonus of probably $2,000.
Let's see if we can get a replay right there.
Check that out.
Wow. What a save from the color commentator.
That's a raise on the paycheck, I think. Britt, left side, Pesic has it blocked, and it's out. Back and forth we go. A little seesaw battle here in the second. Pomeroy's back within 3.
So here we go. Pomeroy's within 3, in control of the ball. Let's see if they can draw a little bit closer to the Foresters here in set 2.
Carla Melendez will serve once more. Lobs one over to Layla Meyer. Urban, Carter, connect, but not well enough. Pesic has it blocked. Meyer will set up Robrock. She's been a little quiet in set 2, trying to get that going again. Out to block that time, got a hand on it. Carter tips it over. A couple of back and forth balls from the Pomeroys fall in, and Carter's got another kill.
So hats off to the Foresters. Once again, I mentioned Pomeroy's chance to seize a little bit of momentum, but Huntington just swoops in there and takes possession right back and puts them up by 4.
(14-10), Layla Meyer back to serve once more. And that one goes a little long. You know, I feel like I haven't talked about Layla Meyer enough because we've just become so used to her doing well each and every match. She's got 76 receptions coming in with 1 reception error. So that's when she receives, just like she did there on a serve. She always keeps it alive for her team, and she's also one of the best defensive liberos that you'll see as that one's into the net by the Pomeroys. Huntington stay ahead by 4, but she came in with 76 receptions, 4.85 digs per set. She had 63 digs coming in to go along with 5 aces, and tonight she stayed busy on defense once more with 6 more digs. Just a good player to have.
Oh, yeah.
There it is again. That one a little easier to handle. Boyer goes right at the top, has it blocked away. Pomeroys push it over. Goes Omasebi right at the net. Back row swing from Cron. That's a rare one from Olivia. Kept up with one hand by Britt. Kaniga has to push it over. Ailes, and now Terry cross court, hit it a little too hard. Not the pace she was looking for, and lofted that one out of play.
And just to add a little bit more to Layla Meyer, it can't be understated the value of being a productive senior on a somewhat young squad. As a college athlete myself, I can attest to that. As a senior who puts up numbers, the locker room definitely respects that, and that's a voice that's going to be heard. So definitely valuable to have her around doing her thing.
Ailes will set up Cruz, who goes hard in the blocks and can't get it through the hands of Omasebi.
So here we go, Pomeroy's within 2, now a chance to strike.
Pesic applying pressure with each serve. Here comes another. It's a good one. And again, it forces a mistake by the Foresters. Kanega can't get it to drop. Great job by Cron. Left side Cruz, and again, another block.
And the coaches are fired up here, sensing the momentum shifting here in Platt Arena.
I think that was Britt that time who got her hands to it to block Cruz. Only at 5'6". Pesic again just causing problems for the Foresters. Free chance for HU, they're gonna give it right back. Britt tips it over left hand. She was looking for the exclamation point. Tipped long and out, and Coach Kelsey Herber needs a timeout. It's a 4-point run for the Pomeroys. It's 15-15 in the second set when we come back. Come back with a little stats. Take a look at some of the leaders. Haley Cruz leading the Foresters with 7 kills. Carla Melendez taking over the lead for the Pomeroys. 6 kills to go along with Kanega, who's got 5. 4 for Pesic, 1 for Omasevi. A few others not listed there at the moment. Trevin Terry's got 4. Leah Carter actually has 4 kills, not 4 blocks, but that's not on us. That's on the stat system, so don't blame us. And Boyer's got 2 as well. So Huntington and St. Mary of the Woods, man, Pomeroys have turned this second set on its head.
Oh, yeah. They've done a good job staying with it, staying true to what they do, and you're seeing the results right here. We got a tie game.
A lot of it's the energy coming from their bench right now, and some of that taken away with a Pesic error on the serve. Huntington back in front, 16-15.
Yeah, good timeout there. Coach for the Foresters, Coach Herber, like you said, taking some of that energy away, which is what they were feeding on while they were going on that run, as you see. Seizes a little bit of the momentum for the Foresters.
Cruz, jump serve. A good one again to the back row, but Kanega gets a swing off. It's blocked by HU. See who gets the next chance. It's Natalie again who tips it over. Meyer came from the back row, kept it up, and Howland put it away. That's what Meyer does right there. She keeps that play away, the little touch shot. Comes down in the donut, the tough spot to get to on the far side of the court. Keeps it alive, and Howland grabs some of that momentum back. Cruz, rolling serve. Tossed up, left side, Geisler into the box. Terry got it right back. Howland looking for 2 straight, and she's got it.
Like a quarterback there, reading the defense, seeing that they were a bit too extended towards the net, saw that spot in the back left corner, placed it perfectly.
Cruz with her 3rd straight serve. Huntington up 18-15. Again, back row, Huntington gonna get a chance at the net. Terry tips it right on top of the defense.
And that's just a fantastic serve right there, creating that free opportunity for the Foresters as we're gonna take a timeout here.
Oh, it's 19-15, we'll take it with them. Pomeroy's looking to stop the bleeding when we come back.
I have a motorcycle, a Nighthawk 750. My dad always had a motorcycle. Like, when I was born, I'm pretty sure he had one. He was a motorcycle cop for a while, actually, for a good amount of his career. So I've basically just grown up with motorcycles all my life. Had to go so I could get my motorcycle endorsement and soon to be my license. I was scared of falling, especially for some of those sharper turns, like U-turns especially, is they expect you to go like feet are almost touching the ground with how far you're tilting. As long as I was able to get back onto that bike and just keep going, that's really what made me like less afraid, made me less scared, because that's something that my dad always said is You get right back on the bike even if you fall. I'm just happy I did it overall. I'm Dylan Rollator, and I'm the next Rollator to ride.
19-15, second set lead for the Foresters. They lead the match 1-0 so far. Haley Cruz has been back on the service line for 3 straight, looking for 4 at the net. Omasebi pushes it over. Cruz on defense this time, keeps it alive. Boyer will just push it to the back row. Pomeroy's on the attack. Kanega is blocked, and it's out of play for another kill.
Haven't said Kanega's name in a while. She was a big-time impact player early on in this set and in the first set. She has 5 kills, but she picks up a point right there.
Daniela Zavnar, will go back to work at the service line. Boyer into the blocks, and that's a big one there again by Omasebi.
You can hear the echo. I think my ears are still ringing from the sound that made. Definitely a powerful block there by Omasebi.
It's her first college game as well, so she's done some good things, especially on the defensive side. That's her second solo block. Terry blocked that time. Will push it long to the back. Varela keeps it alive. Melendez goes long, and it was just out. Coach Kelsey Herber was there to help make that call.
Yeah, she was in perfect position for it. Definitely an unbiased opinion right there.
She did play her collegiate days here at Huntington University in a different Platt arena. Right side, off balance. Geisler goes too far, and it's 21-17. HU closing in on a 2-0 lead in this match.
It hasn't exactly been Gessler's night. She's made a couple of mistakes there on the right side of the court, just hitting it a bit too long.
Ava Myers sends that one a little long for a service error. And again, Foresters up 3. Alexa Stiff, seen her a couple times tonight from the service lines, done some good things for the Pomeroys. Right side, Boyer into the antenna, and Huntington gives that point away. It's 21-19.
Yeah, I was interested to see what they were gonna do right there. Definitely hit the antenna, but landed on the Pomeroy side.
Stiff into the net. Huntington extends their lead back to 3.
Unfortunately for the Pomeroys, that's just sort of been the story of these first 2 sets. They get a bit of momentum. They look like they're going to be able to draw closer, but then they have a momentum-breaking play such as that. Just unfortunate.
That's their 8th service error, and that adds up in these close sets. Yeah. Urban now gets a free chance for her team. Urban sets up Carter, who taps it cross court and down, and Huntington within 1 of taking a 2-set lead.
I think that might have gone out of bounds if it wasn't saved by Zavar. Excuse me, I'm probably butchering that pronunciation, but yeah, I wasn't sure. We had a tough angle, but that could have gone out of bounds.
It's actually 23-19, so Huntington will need 2 more points. Right side, Gessler can't get one to go. Myers going to set up Mason Robrock, who rolls one off the top of the tape.
As you mentioned, Robrock, we haven't said her name in a while, but she's definitely an impact player. Had a big first set. Good to see her back in the scoreboard right there.
Urban trying to put set number 2 away. Kennedy sends it to the back row. Pomeroy's trying to stay alive. It's tipped over. Urban keeps it alive. Left side, Howland got some pretty good heat on that one, and Melendez taps it over. Huntington can reset here, though. Myers going to go back to Howland, who pushes it to the back row. Varela came in and kept it alive. Huntington gets one more free chance. Urban and Robrock, and this time they don't miss it. 25-19, Huntington up 2-0. Looking for a clean sweep when we come back to Platt Arena.
Fans, our future Forester tonight is a 6-year-old kindergartner hailing from Emmanuel Community School. She was the youngest.
To me, camps is learning new things.
Definitely a lot of fun.
To me, Forester camps is a great experience.
A great way to explore different opportunities.
There is a lot of really cool activities and opportunities you can get here. It's really informative on how college actually is, and the people are really nice.
Something that everybody can find something that interests them.
All the professors, all the faculty, they're intentionally welcoming to us.
You learn a lot here and you learn it well.
It was a camp that had so much to offer. Like everything I was interested in, it was being taught here. It was like I couldn't really pass it up.
And it's fun too. It's something that like people can be engaged in and have a great time, but also still learn life lessons and lessons about the Bible.
Super fun, but also super educational. Like they took the education process and made it fun.
To me, Forester camps is making new friends.
I hoped that I would be able to make more friends who have not really been around much.
I was also kind of hesitant because like I'm an introvert, but I got some new friends.
Some of my favorite experiences were like, just getting out and talking to people with similar interests. People who are passionate with like the same thing that you're passionate with.
To me, Forester camp is fellowship.
To me, Forester camps is getting to be a home away from home, I guess.
Great way to experience life here at Huntington University.
You meet a lot of different people from either from all over the world or here at campus. A lot of different backgrounds, a lot of different personalities, and I think that's a really good opportunity.
To me, Forester camp is like engaging.
To me, Forester camps is amazing.
A great opportunity to learn about what you want to pursue in life.
A space to learn new things in a safe environment.
Inspiring.
A good look in on the real college experience.
You don't really have anything to lose by coming to the camp. I think a lot of people are scared to take that risk. I could promise you that you wouldn't be bored or not have a good time here.
Something only happens one time in the universe. It never happens exactly the same. So you better take your opportunity while you can.
To me,
Forester camps is
There's a lot of different opportunities with a little bit of Jesus mixed in.
After our long break following the second set, it's still Huntington 2-0. They're looking to sweep the Pomeroys here tonight. St. Mary of the Woods College. Pomeroys just playing their first actual match of the season. It looks like they had some scrimmages over the weekend. Couldn't find any results for that, but this is a team that historically, especially over the last 4 or 5 years, under Coach Ashley Harris, has been very good. So if Huntington can find a way to close this one out, maybe do it in convincing fashion, looks like a pretty good win on paper.
Oh yeah, this would be a fantastic win against a good program and a good young team. As you mentioned, looking for that first 5-0 start since 2016.
Aiden Britt back to work at the service line, and she starts set number 3 with an ace.
Don't think that's what she intended to do right there, but regardless, she's happy with it.
It's so hard to judge what it will do after it hits that top of the net. Long set, for Urban to Robrock. That's blocked away. Cruz from the 10-foot line got a lot on it. Reset, Urban, Carter. What a big swing there by Leah.
Yeah, no one's stopping that. She got up too high and put it down too hard for any Pomeroy to get in the way.
We talked about Leah's awesome start. She came into the night hitting .458. She's almost putting away 50% of her chances. Cron, good serve right to the diving hands of Melendez, and Huntington gets a free opportunity out of it. Urban, Carter, cross court, nearly 2 straight. Coach Herbert yelling that she loved that swing from Leah. She might get another chance. Instead, it's Robrock. It's into the net. And it's 2-1. Looks like we got our first YouTube comment of the year. Shout out to Mariana, number 16, freshman defensive setter, seeing her first ever action for St. Mary of the Woods. So how about that?
Congratulations.
Mariana Ayala Ortiz from Dorado, Puerto Rico. Her first collegiate game. Thank you guys for tuning in. It makes you wonder if we've got some viewers from Puerto Rico tonight. Not too surprising with the FDN Sports. A lot of internationals over on the men's side of soccer as well. It's amazing what a small Christian college just on YouTube can produce and how many people watch it from all over the world.
It's absolutely fantastic.
Carter.
And I'm glad to be a part of it. Sorry.
Absolutely. No, you're good. Carter's got the first 2 points. It's Preston Husband, Brady Gallo, Jonathan Peters spinning the dials in the back. Trying to see who we got on camera over there. Looks like Bryant. And is it Adria as well? A couple of familiar faces. I don't know. I can't quite tell. Tipped off the top of the block there. Urban's going to set up. Robrock from the right side goes cross court. Pesic lofts one out of play. It's 3-3.
The Foresters knotted up right there. But this is what's been hurting the Pomeroids in the first 2 sets. These slow starts, getting out to those three-point deficits, 4-point deficits, and then not being able to come back. They got to keep things neck and neck here.
Tipped over. Layla Meyer there to dig it out. Back row swing from Cron. It's rare from her, but she has had a few tonight. And again, Meyer keeps it off the hardwood. Cruz, tip shot. Canega keeps it up. Right side swing this time, and nothing that anyone could do about that. That is a big swing from freshly back into the game, Masa Pesic.
Well, Meyer got her body in the way. I think it hit her left shoulder. Ends up going into the 3rd or 2nd row of the stands.
I think we've got Mia Harrison up there on Plex Cam 1. Oh, maybe a newer member to FDN Sports as that one's out. And it's 5-3 advantage for St. Mary of the Woods.
Mia's been a good member of FDN Sports. I was on camera with her a couple times last year. But she's doing a great job up there running cam number 2.
Bryant as well. It's still a little short staff for us tonight. We usually have even more bells and whistles, and it almost feels like it. Sometimes you're watching an ESPN Plus broadcast. I mean, it's really good quality, but not all the students are back on campus. They're still waiting to move in. Right side, Huntington gets a free point there, ties it up 5-5.
Yeah, interesting right there. Coach Harris definitely not happy with her team's lackadaisical effort on that play.
It's a couple times that Britt has either set up a teammate that was supposed to be there or went the wrong way on the call. Ailes with Boyer. There's nothing wrong with that.
Foresters will take that all day long as they come out to a 1-point lead.
There's a big swing by Boyer. Usually you see her go cross court. That time, she went right down the line. Long serve is out by Ailes, and back and forth we continue to go. It's 6-6 in set 3. Good news is Huntington built a comfy cushion up 2-0 in this match. Pesic, long to Cruz, and right here in front of us, it's an ace for Pesic. Back in front are the Pomeroys.
Pesic is having an impressive night. She has 5 kills, but she has been impressive serving, blocking, really doing just about everything for the Pomeroys.
Meyer, Ailes, left side Boyer with a big swing nearly up into the rafters, actually off of a fan, but they'll play it. Ailes back to work with Boyer, this time right down the middle. Can't get one to drop in. Left side, Canega, and Cron keeps it off the court. Cruz, big swing off the top of the tip. Pomeroy's battling hard. Canega spins one into the middle. Boyer, third chance, and again, the third opportunity is good for the Foresters.
Yeah, glad they didn't blow that one dead when it hit the fan here in Platt Arena, because that was a fantastic volley, especially for the Foresters as they pick up the point.
NAIA Women's Volleyball tuning in from South Dakota. Thank you guys very much for tuning in, checking out tonight's action. The NAIA sports world is really starting to have a lot of great social media influences, and it's garnering attention it deserves in every sport.
100%.
Boyer nearly got one to drop in. Cruz on the back row. Ailes, Terry tips it over, and it was called in, but it was definitely out. And the line judge on our side was able to see that. Looks like some family from Omesebi is tuning in. Omesebi sure changes the tone of the game with her blocks, and we agree. She has been quite vicious defensively at the net tonight. Tipped over, couple of touches, and it's 2 touches by Melendez. Huntington ties it up 8-8, and I do hope we're saying that right.
I was just about to ask.
Yeah. If you want to let us know. I know it's getting a little late in the third set, but we usually do have pronunciation guides. I still work a full-time job, so I can't always find that information. Doing my best.
Yeah, Palmaceros fans hoping that we're just getting started here tonight.
Not sure what the discussion is here. I think the assistant coach for the Pomeroys may be trying to figure out if Huntington actually got a free point there. That one's into the net and down. 9-8 Foresters now. I think they're maybe asking, was it actually 2 touches on Melendez since she had the block first? Because that doesn't count as the initial touch. Right side, freshly into the game. That one is out. And that was a big swing by Kia Knox-Dawkins. And Kia is from Indianapolis, Indiana. Just played 1 match last year. Actually started her career at Goshen. So
yeah, I was going to say a former member of the Crossroads making an impact here in Platt Arena.
Ailes quickly to Carter, and that combination has just been spot on.
They have known exactly what each other want to do in this match, and it's showing up on the scoreboard.
I want to also give a shout out to Emmy Malone, who is in the back as well. And it was Mia Harrison, so we were right. You know, my vision, I've got glasses on, but I do need to go back to the doctor, I will be honest.
It's tough to see her behind the camera, yeah. I'll give you credit.
Pomeroys looking to tie it up again, and someone's into the net, and it's Leah Carter. And it's 10-10. It was actually, it was Mason Robrock into the net is what they decided. You're going to see it right here. Yep, just that left hand.
So it's just been back and forth, back and forth. Let's see who goes on the first run here to really separate themselves.
10-all. Third set, quick to Carter again. That time her and Urban couldn't get it over. And it's a lead for the Pomeroys as they continue to claw and scratch against this Huntington Foresters team. Looks like the entire Omesebi family's tuning in tonight. Thank you guys for checking us out. Hope you're enjoying this one. As the Pomeroys are on a big run right now, Coach Kelsey Herbert's got to be thinking maybe timeout as her team is in one of the biggest holes really they've seen all night. It's just 2 points, but it's 12-2 in the third.
I believe the biggest deficit they faced, if the only deficit they faced all night. So you're right, maybe thinking timeout here shortly.
Meyer, Urban on the run to Robrock, goes cross court. That was a great job by Varea, Urban at the net, has it tapped right on top by Melendez, and now it's a 3-point advantage for St. Mary of the Woods. See that reception just a little too close. That pass was too close to the net for Urban to really set it up. And with Melendez's athleticism, made it tough on Urban. Again, Huntington's going to have a tough swing here with Robrock tipping it out of play. And Coach Kelsey Herbert just thought about using one. Looks like she's going to let her team play through some adversity.
wants to see how her players respond as they have a little bit of a mini timeout huddle after that point.
Urban, little cleaner set this time to Howland, who gets Huntington back on track.
Looked like it worked right there. Just that extra half second to catch your breath, take a second, refocus, clears the crew, clearly beneficial for the Foresters. 5
kills now for the freshman. She continues to rack up some early production as just a freshman. Right side, Melendez, big swing at that one. Meyer sets up Robrock on the opposite side. It's tipped off a few blockers. And the Pomeroy's on the attack. Meyer keeps it alive. Urban pushes it to the back row. Kept in play. Melendez off balance, finds the hands of Robrock. Carter with a free swing. Not typically how you draw it up. It was really a dig from Robrock into a swing from Carter, but Huntington back within 2.
We've made the analogy to a quarterback a couple times, but it definitely applies right there. Just being smart and knowing where to place the ball.
Huntington with another free one. That's actually an ace from Olivia Cron, and it's 14-13 now, Pomeroy's.
So Coach Herbert showing some trust in her players, has proven to be pretty smart as they draw to within 1 here.
Cron back to work. Right over the top of the tape, and Huntington's going to get a free chance here. Should set up a good opportunity to tie it. Urban, Robrock, good swing. That was almost Mason into the net there. Pesic goes left side. Urban goes far side. Cruz kept it inside the antenna and tied it up. 4 straight for HU.
Huntington has stormed right back in it, facing a deficit. Great move by Herbert not to call a timeout and let her players handle the situation at hand.
Cron, another good serve, pushed over. She gets it right back defensively. Urban goes Cruz. Cruz looking for 2 straight, and that one goes off of a basketball goal this time and falls in. It's a 5-0 run, and now Ashley Harris needs a timeout. Right now it's Huntington on cruise control. 15-14 when we come back.
I've been interested in animation since I was really young. Animated movies have always been my favorite.
Heard about it from my dad. He had saw that they're having an animation camp. I told him that I want to go.
So my photography made me interested in working with cameras, and that's what I want to do.
It was a camp that had so much to offer, like everything I was interested in, it was being taught here and stuff.
The knowledge of animation, how it works, and getting better at it so I can pursue my future career.
And I've always just kind of been interested in this for so long, it was like I couldn't really pass it up. And I have learned those things, like professional things, things that I would not be able to do at home.
Some of my favorite experiences were just getting out and talking to people with similar interests, people who are passionate with the same thing that you're passionate.
Back here, it is now 15-14. Huntington Foresters in front in set number 3. They're in front in the entire game, 2-0. So looking for a sweep here against St. Mary of the Woods. Pomeroy's, Melendez off balance, Meyer, and Huntington on the attack. Cruz, 3 straight missiles.
Cruz having herself a night right there, picks up her 10th kill. Wow, talk about being on fire.
All 3 of them on that left side as well. Well, when someone's on a hot streak in basketball, you keep going to them. We'll see if they do the same on the attack here on the volleyball court. Melendez pushes that one out of play. And Huntington now up 17-14.
To feed the hot hand, as they call it in basketball. Let's see if the Foresters try to set up something here.
We've seen Drew Goodline with several heat checks in this building.
Cade Brenner, he's had a couple big ones.
See if Haley Cruz can do the same. She'll get a chance here if Huntington can receive the serve from Melendez well. 17-15, set 3. Thanks for tuning in from wherever you might be watching tonight. And it's not received very well, and that was Cruz who got a little in between on how she wanted to handle that one.
Yeah, I think she might have heard us, heard the singing her praises, got her a little tight. So we'll take the blame for that one.
The old announcer's jinx. Long pause here. Coach Harris is going over instructions with her libero, Berea. Looks like there was a wet spot on the floor as well that the officials had to take care of. Melendez once more. Cruz, they're going right back at her. Urban sets up Robrock, who tips it over. Pomeroys do well to keep it in play, and that one is in just barely. And it ties it up. 3 straight now for St. Mary of the Woods.
Pesich, we've been singing her praises all night. She's made an impact on all facets of the game as she picks up the kill right there.
Jason Howland says, let's go HU. I'm assuming that's some relation to Maggie Howland, who's off to a good start as a freshman. Senior Robrock gets the swing there. It's Pesich, and it's into the blockers, and it's down. A game of runs is what we've seen here in set number 3.
And something we haven't seen yet from the Pomeroys, responding to a bit of adversity, had a lead, lost it. Now they have a 1-point lead back. Let's see how they respond.
Melendez, another good serve, this time handled well. Carter puts the stop to the run. He's just been so efficient. Every chance she gets, she seems to take advantage of. She's got 10 kills.
Yeah, just about to say, and efficient is the word I would use to describe her performance tonight. Just coming through whenever she gets a chance. Very valuable player to have out there on the floor.
Kanega can't get that one to go. Huntington and Urban will try to just push it over. Pomeroys get a chance with Pesich again. It was tipped away. Urban now goes to Cruz, who's had a hot start to this 3rd set. Left side, Kanega is blocked a few times. Pomeroys, one more chance. Pesich, Urban keeps it off the floor. Meyer, Robrock, back row shot. Nearly gets it to drop. Great job by the Pomeroys. Robrock didn't have the legs under that one. Pesich gets one to go.
So had a couple different chances, but finally they're going to come through with the point right there.
That was back and forth. Long rally between these two teams. Pesich collects her 8th kill of the night. She's right up there with Melendez for the team lead. Omasebi back in. Chesser out. Urban, Robrock, and the Foresters thought the serve came a little quick. It looked like the Pomeroys were still subbing someone in when that serve came, and Trevin Terry seemed to think it was a little quick from the libero, Berea. Oh, it's kind of confusing.
Yeah, I saw a couple palm trees there. Players put their hands up. You can definitely see why they'd be concerned.
Cruz rolled one over. Left side, Kanega can't get it to drop. Meyer, excellent job again. Huntington fighting right now to stay in this 3rd set. Pushed over, back row, Cron stabs one out of the air. Ooh. Urban just had to tip it over. Pesich, big swing and no defense for that. And Coach Kelsey Herber is now going to use her timeout. 21-18, Pomeroys trying to stay alive in Platte Arena.
Hello, my name is Z, and you'll never believe it. It's spelled Z. I first got into Beyblades in elementary school. It was super cool seeing these spinny tops with cool avatars battling each other. It was just so fun. The limitless possibilities with Beyblades could lead to limitless possibilities with videos. And eventually I settled on doing a live action YouTube series. The Beyblade Burst First Generation. Luminar. So I've just come to naturally accept that I'm just a big weirdo, and I don't see that as a fear. I see that as growth. You should not be afraid to be yourself. So the Beyblade Club is an unofficial club I started here at Huntington with some friends. The Beyblade Club's just us meeting together to play Beyblades and have some fun. And one last thing I have to say is, don't forget to prove it to them all. Prove without a doubt. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! This is the Beyblade Burst First Generation.
21-18, it's a Pomeroys lead here in set number 3. By the way, that was Maggie Howman's dad watching from back home in Warsaw. So Jason, hello. I'm sure you'll hear a lot of us this year. Another fan of Homosebi's in the chat as well. She's got a whole crew watching tonight. Foresters looking to stay alive. It is 21-18 set 3. They are up in the match though, 2-0. Kanega, that was off the antenna, I thought, off of the block of the Foresters. They might stay alive here though. Left side swing, Cruz with a good one, had it blocked away. She'll get a second chance and finishes that one.
Just to speak to the power of Cruz's kill, Homosebi got her hands on the first attempt, and I actually saw her shaking her hands like, ouch, that hurt. I mean, that's just a ton of power supplied by number 7, Kraus.
Ailes off the top of the net there. Kanega tips it over. Amanda Ailes got back to it. Set, Cruz rolls one over. It's a miss hit, but it counts.
Any way you can get him, Cruz comes through. Continues her fabulous night here.
21-20 now. Huntington a chance to tie it. It's Amanda Ailes, another freshman. Again, great serve right over top of the net. Pesic with a fastball. Man.
Coming down with some bad intentions right there. Wow, Pesic.
She's putting together a really nice night. She's got 10 kills. There's only 3 players on the entire court with double-digit kills. She's one of them. Pesic now will serve, and it's long. Great recognition there by Layla Meyer to let that one fly too far. And I would argue, right now, this is who you want at the service line if you're the Foresters, because Haley Cruz has put a ton of pressure on any defensive player that's been having to handle her serve for the last 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
She's got that spinning jump serve, a rolling serve, front spin on it. Here it comes with the heat. And it's in for an ace.
There you go.
Hey, right on cue, huh?
It's a reverse announcer curse right there.
There's certain nights where she'll have several service errors. Tonight, she's spot on. It seems like she's locating it well.
She's got her release point dialed in.
Right. And I think we're going to have a change from Ashley Harris because she recognizes this. She's taking Cruz Gonzalez out. Mariana Ayala Ortiz is going to come in, and she's going to go to the spot where Haley Cruz keeps going. So maybe someone who can handle the heat just a little better for the Pomeroys. Cruz looking for 2 straight aces. She goes right there, and
Executes.
It is handled by Ayala Ortiz, but it's a free ball again for Huntington. Ailes, Terry off the block, and the antenna, it's out, and the Foresters get the point.
Talk about a tough break there, and a good break for the Foresters. That is the type of point that can swing momentum and win the Foresters a set as they're 2 points away.
You just saw it in your living room as well. 23-22, Trevin Terry kill. Cruz again. Goes back row, gets another free chance. Ailes, Howland, blocked. And the Pomeroys are pumped up. That's freshly into the game. Ryan Cantor from Phoenix, Arizona, making her name known.
Yeah, the Pomeroys coaching staff is definitely making their voices. I love it too. They're supplying the energy. They're getting their players going, and they're feeding off it.
Long serve, it was going to be out, but Cruz kept it in. Terry pushes it over. Pomeroy set up, but it's tipped over by Cancer. Holland pushes it, and it's wide, and there's no touch. And Coach Kelsey Erber has 1 timeout left. She's going to use it. Pomeroys looked like they were maybe falling out of this match. Now they're 1 point away, and we'll come back and see how set number 3 ends in Platt Arena.
My name is Mark, and I love to play the drums. I started drumming in the 9th grade. That's when I actually had a drum set. I actually started playing in my mind when I was about 5 years old. My older brother was a drummer, and he was my idol. Now for me, fortunately, the church has been a place where I could play the drums, and so I always had an outlet, even every single week, where I could be playing the drums, and so I could kind of fit it into the rest of my life with.
We've got a tight set number 3. It's 24-23. Pomeroy's in front. Coach Kelsey Herber out of her 2 timeouts here for the 3rd set. So her team now will have to be on their own. We'll see how long they can last. As Zavnar will send the serve over. Cruz handles. Ailes sets up Meyer. That's not what you wanted if you're the Foresters. It's a free opportunity. Left side, tipped over, kept alive. Terry had to carefully protect herself there down on the floor. Omosebi tips it long. Huntington stays alive. Howland blocked, and it is back-to-back blocks by Ryan Cantor. Her first handful of points on the night keeps the Pomeroys alive.
Wow, what an electric ending, like you said. Looked like they might have been out of it earlier in the set, lost a big lead, got it back and came through. Good job handling adversity and coming through with a big-time win to keep themselves alive.
So it's 25-23, Pomeroy's victors in set number 3. We'll at least play 4, and we'll come back in about 2.5 minutes for set number 4. Huntington still leads 2-1 on FDN Sports.
I'm Micah.
And I'm Smai.
And we filmed a short documentary in South Korea. The documentary was telling the stories of North Korean defectors who escaped into South Korea. We really just wanted to highlight how important unification is for the countries.
One of my favorite moments was when we were cooked a traditional North Korean meal by one of the defectors.
Another really cool moment was that we had missionaries from the Netherlands, from the United States, and from Korea all in the same place. I'm working on this documentary together, and there was just like 3 different languages bouncing around all the time, and it was just like so cool to be in that like presence of so many languages.
One of the hardest challenges was the translation. Obviously, Mike and I both don't speak Korean. We didn't have enough time there to learn any Korean.
I think we're both really excited for the impact of this documentary. I think it's like exactly kind of our wheelhouse and what we want to go into, because we're telling just really real and honest stories.
I mean, Jesus told stories to people all the time because it was hard for them to figure out a way to completely understand what he was talking about. It definitely reaches people in a different way than a lot of things can.
I was finally on my own, and I knew that I needed something. This is my dog, Liberty. I left a bunch of my closest people back in California, but it was really hard in the beginning. Just kind of felt like work here. I lived alone for the first time in my life. I always wanted a dog. One of my student workers, she texted me and was like, hey, how serious are you about getting a dog? And I think 2 days later, I had her in my apartment. So yeah, no, I never thought I would get a dog this size. I'm 6'1", and I have the smallest purse dog. Now I've fallen in love with her, but there was like a little, ooh, I just lost my independence. For me, I would say instant bond. Every time I come home, it's like Christmas Day for her. It's really, it's awesome to have a buddy all the time. I think in general, it's just nice to have something consistent, right, in a lot of change. So she's just become my little best friend that goes places with me.
Back in Platt Arena for set number 4. It is Huntington 2-1. Got some fans coming into Platt Arena tonight. Handful of them. Really nice crowd for a Wednesday night early in the season. A couple of new players and their families coming in, watching. Pomeroy's fans watching from online. It's been an excellent environment. The men's soccer team here, the women's soccer team here, they're very much anticipating their season starting this week as well on FDN Sports. And it's always nice to see other athletes come and show up, much like you, a baseball player, hopping on, supporting your classmates, but also doing an excellent job on the broadcast.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, especially to show support for the other athletic teams here. We all try to show off for each other. You go to our game, we'll go to yours type thing. And it's always just nice to bring the energy, especially here in Platt Arena. Such a nice place to be in, especially when there's fans in the stands making noise and getting excited. That's when it's really a joy to be here, and it's especially a joy to be on the call with you, Preston.
So the Pomeroys, they're right back in this one. Want to say hello to some more of their fans. Ayo Omosebi. Once again, if I'm saying that wrong, we must not be. If we're not getting
we're nailing it.
She's got a whole crew tuning in tonight. Felicia's got 10, 15 fans, it seems like, typing in and watching from Pittsburgh tonight. And then also, I see Miguel Brito, which I'm assuming, can only assume, Alani Brito's family member, maybe watching from back in Puerto Rico or wherever they may be watching tonight. My computer just died, so I won't be able to see who says hello the rest of the night. If you want to pull yours up, Brady, we can always at least keep an eye on it. But we do know it's 2-1 Foresters as we head to set number 4, and it's been an excellent match. And even though Huntington won those first two, it's still very much back and forth, and that's what we saw again in set number 3.
It's been competitive all 3 sets. It's really been a nice viewing pleasure here. But yeah, the Pomeroys overcoming some adversity in that last set. See if they can capture some momentum here.
Left side swing right away. It is Melendez who gets it to go out of play off the blocks. It's 1-0 St. Mary of the Woods.
Haven't called her name in a while. Melendez, stat leader in kills last season for the Pomeroys. She's poised to make an impact here in set number 4.
So Aiden Britt will do the serving here as set number 4 is just underway. Meyer, Urban, left side, that's Robrock, and just a little off balance a few times.
Yeah, just hit it off the side of her hands, it looks like. Gonna go to the Pomeroys.
We are pronouncing it perfectly, is what I've been told.
Hey.
So, hey, sometimes you need the sheet, sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
Also, some family tuning in, the Zovnar family from Whiting, Indiana. Huntington down 2-1 here. Melendez, a running start that time, went a little too strong. It's evened up at 2-2.
Olivia Cron has done a good job serving here for the Forcers throughout these first 4 sets.
She's an underrated player on this roster. There she is right there with a dig. Left side, Cruz, who had such a good third set. Couldn't get that one to drop. Pesic right in front of us. It's called out a little too long on the far line.
And a good read right there by the Forcers to let that one go out, and just like that, up by 1.
Swing from Pesic. This time it's really just a push shot. Urban keeps it up. Robrock rolls one over the net. Can't get it to drop in, and Pomeroy's make a mistake. Puts Huntington in front, 3-2.
It was those errors that were hurting them in those first 2 sets that they lost. Made a couple here early. See if they can cut those out right now and get right back in it.
Eric Fuentes tuning in to watch Carla Melendez as well. That one's blocked away by Leah Carter. There's Melendez right there. Can't get that one to drop. It's Cruz into the blockers and down, and she has really exploded over here in the last set and a half.
Yeah, she has been fantastic, and you can see her flexing her muscles after she gets that one to go, and she's got all the reason to. She has made a huge impact on this game.
Pomeroy fans, they're pumped to be watching tonight here, Brady. You've got Dennis Ayala tuning in and watching Mariana, who came in and made that adjustment we saw with the serves, and that time Pesic just rolls it over the top. You gotta love all these fans tuning in. If we didn't have this broadcast tonight, there's no way for a lot of them to watch their family members from afar, and we're glad they're tuning in. A Ailes fan, Amanda Ailes, tuning in as well. One of her fans for the Foresters, as that one's out of play. Huntington doubling up the Pomeroys 6-3.
Yeah, FDN has just provided so many opportunities for fans like the Pomeroys to be able to tune in wherever you may be, Pittsburgh, Puerto Rico, anywhere. It's just a fantastic opportunity to join in, and hopefully we're welcoming enough to the visiting team.
Right side, Trevin Terry goes off the blocks and rolls it down, and Huntington's up 7-3 now. It's going to be another change. Sophia Soto is going to check in. We haven't called her name, I don't believe, at all tonight, but there was a big change with Ryan Cantor coming in as well, and that kind of changed everything for the Pomeroys in set number 3. Pesic goes to the hands of Robrock. Urban goes Cruz, who's been the hot hitter. Meyer, Urban, this time Robrock, cross court. Someone's into the net, and it was the Foresters.
I believe they're going to call that on Carter, I believe.
So Leah's into the net. That's the first time she's been in the net tonight. Pomeroys are trying to figure out their subbing system here. Got Maddie watching number 21, Daniela Zavnar from Indy tonight.
Give a long pause here.
I'm not sure
what's going on.
Just making sure the substitutions are all right. Serve over the top. Left side. Good swing by Terry, but it's picked up. Left side this time. That's Kanega, who couldn't get it to drop in. And now Cruz, a tip shot this time. There's Omasebi pushing it right back. Terry, that time too strong, into the blockers.
And Terry getting the job done right there. Omasebi has made an impact with her blocks tonight, but able to sneak it by her and pick up the point for the Foresters.
The Melendez family showing up strong as well, tuning in and watching Carla. Arguably the best player, and the Foresters block Pesic. That has been something that's been a little tougher to do as this match has gone on. Pesic has had some strong swings, and that time Foresters got the best of it.
As they're going on a bit of a run here, which is what worked for them in set number 1.
It's Ailes, the freshman, doing the serving. Kanega punches that one into the block, and now Cruz gets another free swing. It's picked up by Varela. Kanega gets one to drop in, falling backwards, a soft swing, but the blockers deflected it down.
So they end the run right there. Still chasing 4, so they got some work to do here.
It'll be Pesic, who's had some good runs at the service line tonight. Back to work. And she goes far side to Cruz. Ailes quick to Terry, and not the best connection, but got the roll.
A point is a point is a point, is how I believe the phrase goes, and as long as the point goes on the board, no one's complaining for the Foresters.
And it did, and it goes to Terry. That's her 8th kill of the night. Big serve by Cruz, gets another free opportunity for HU. Ailes at the net, Boyer and her not on the same page. Kanega tips it over. Meyer will set up Keela Garton. First time we've called her name tonight. She's blocked by, guess who, Omasebi. They said the ball stayed alive.
Oh my.
Garton goes long, everyone stopped. Omasebi, right side Boyer. Still alive. Terry can't put it away. Long shot. Cruz goes to the floor. Boyer tips it over. Left side. Kanega can't get it to drop. These two teams battling right now. Omasebi a little off with the set. Garton again rolls one over. Longest point we've seen tonight. Terry finally able to put it away.
Omasebi and the Pomeroys are looking for a penalty here.
Well, I think it was earlier in the set, everyone stopped playing because they thought that the ball had hit the court. And so everyone stopped. And even the Forester side stopped. And St. Mary of the Woods also stopped. And the coaching staff of the Pomeroys is arguing that the main official up on the chair had stopped the play. And this was, I mean, this was so long ago that if you wanted to see the replay, I mean, this was at this point a minute ago because the point went on for so long.
They're going to have a discussion between all the officials here. See how long this deliberation is. Yeah, not sure we can pull up a replay right there, but yeah, everyone stopped, including me. I looked down to check my notes right here, and then all of a sudden we're resumed play like nothing happened.
And they're going to give the point to the Pomeroys. I'm not sure they're going to come over and check it, but this was all the way back at the start of that rally, so I'm not sure we'll be able to show it to you or not. John's trying to produce and also do replay, so it's kind of tough. I know Emmy's back there as well, so maybe we can get a look at it, but I think just what my eyes saw, it probably was the right call that the Pomeroy's got the point. That being said, Coach Kelsey Herbert doesn't love that the point was changed after playing for about a minute.
As a coach, you can imagine common sense why she wouldn't be happy about that, but we get a replay pulled up. It looks like we're going to get one right here.
Yeah, we'll see if this looks like this was the end of the point where Terry scored. So, I mean, this was like.
I mean that.
Yeah. That was the wrong part of the point though. It was
I
all
was
the way back to the start.
Seems pretty cut and dry to me.
The ball is called down.
Yeah.
The barrel making the pancake point, Pomeroy.
So the Foresters thought they had pancaked it, got the flat hand underneath it, stabbed it to stay alive. That wasn't the case. So we just had a fun, entertaining long rally just for the point to be determined anyways. It is 10-6. Ailes quickly to Boyer. He's got a good strike. Can't get it to drop, but right back in. Ryan Cantor has made her name known in these last 2 sets.
So we'll see if the Pomeroys can use that break to seize a little bit of momentum here and get them back to being competitive in this set.
It's 10-7 now. They keep drawing a little closer, but that's into the net. And it's now 11-7, 4-point lead for HU.
Those airs will kill you, and it especially has hurt them, the Pomeroys, in those sets that they have lost, just not being able to fully capture their momentum and go on a run.
Eva Myers into serve. Huntington right at the net, and again, it's Cantor. We didn't even think about calling her name in the first 2 sets. She came in late in the third, and she has been exactly what Coach Harris has needed, a big spark.
Yeah, Cantor coming off the bench, coming off cold, but she's definitely made an impact here in set 4. Cantor out of Phoenix, Arizona.
Ailes has to go far side. Boyer with an off-balance swing from 10 feet. And now there's Melendez. Keela Garton, who's playing a little bit here in set number 4. Boyer blocked, and Huntington can't keep it alive.
Let's see, here's where I think about a timeout if I'm Coach Herbert, because we've seen previous when the Pomeroys get a little bit of momentum, they start feeding off of that energy. Don't want them to get too much going here.
Into the net. That is a couple of service errors that have really put a nail in some big runs by the Pomeroys. Urban hit it long. It looked like it could have been out, but it is kept alive. Melendez off the blockers and down. She's starting to stack up some kills. She's in double digits now, the second of the night, second player of the night for the Pomeroys with 10 plus. Pesic with 11 to lead the way.
I wouldn't be surprised if Pomeroy fans were not expecting Pesic to be the leader in kills tonight as Melendez picks up her 10th.
Urban, and it's a free ball. Chance for the Pomeroys to draw closer, and they do. It's back-to-back kills from Carla Melendez.
So here we go. This is what she's known for, executing those kills.
Talked about 340 kills last year. She's got 2 straight now. She's got 11 on the night. It's 12-11 Foresters, and again, a service error. That is the only thing that the Pomeroys are doing poorly here in set number 4.
They've really been beating themselves, which is unfortunate. From a coaching standpoint, there's not much you can do.
We're going on 13 service errors now. Set at the net. Right side, Pesic blocked away. Another chance. That time, too strong from Sophia Soto. Foresters with a nice run, and really it's just been a couple errors from Pomeroys that put them back in front by 3. Olivia Cron will rise. Set, right side, Melendez nearly got it to drop in. Meyer kept it alive. Cron got back on it, but couldn't get it over the net. That's Melendez again.
So she's sort of come alive here in set number 4. Not that she hasn't been active throughout the majority of this match, but she's really making an impact here over these past couple plays.
Now she will serve. Goes long, and it's too long. And again, it's like the repeat button. It's a service error that Huntington just keeps being benefited by. I mean, it's mistakes that the Pomeroys are making.
I feel like a broken record. Yeah, we've been saying it all game. Just the errors have been absolutely killing them.
Set up at the net. It's Pesic who's blocked. Kept alive by the Pomeroys. It's pushed over by Melendez. Huntington a big chance here. Terry tips it over and down.
Great execution right there by Terry. Catching the blockers on their heels, jumping a tad too early, and just laying it right down there on the hardwood.
It's Layla Meyer now. Southpaw sends it over. Kanega. It's right side Pesic. Urban handles that one well. It's set up far side. Robrock, big swing, and the block is right back at her from Sophia Soto.
Soto, another player we have not said the name of majority of this match, but she's come in and made an impact as of late.
From Garabo, Puerto Rico. Cron has to come in from the good serve. Cruz goes back row. Kanega is blocked, and it's right back to the Pomeroys. Right side Pesic. Urban goes down to the floor. Out wide, couldn't quite get a swing on it, Robrock, but Omasebi tips it home.
And a free point right there. Sort of a weird play. Ball was hanging around the net. All you got to do is reach the hand over there and dump it over there.
And that was a situation where Robrock didn't want to hit the antenna, so she decided to just go with the off speed and tip it over. Cruz goes with the fastball, and it's blocked. Terry has to tip it over. Kanega to get within one. Urban's there to cover. Robrock again, this time cross court, good shot. Omasebi pushes it over the net. Terry, not enough on it. Pesic, big swing. Cron there to keep it alive. Cruz cross court. Great battle by these two teams. Down the chute, Melendez can't drop it in. Left side Cruz, tipped over. Omasebi tips it. Back row swing, Melendez. It's Cron who keeps it alive. Robrock, back and forth we go. Pesic to put it away. Cron again, Urban into the front row. Tipped over. Urban goes long. Melendez set up. Kanega, it's tapped too far. Who will grab this momentum shifting point? Kanega pushes it over. Urban keeps it alive. Robrock into the net, and the Pomeroys take advantage. Wow.
You said it in the middle of the set. Whoever grabs that point, you got to think that is a momentum swinging moment, as we're going to get a timeout from the Foresters.
Coach Kelsey Herbert, her team might just need a breath real quick. It's 16-15, fourth set when we come back. You know it's bad when the broadcasters are out of breath following a long rally. A lot of fun plays in the middle of that one. Kennedy Urban for the Foresters going front row into the seats across from us, but also the Pomeroys just kind of standing on their head at some point during that point, and they rally all the way back. Huntington had some free chances. Pomeroys stood strong on their side, and Robrock goes in the net. And again, it's a new ball game, 16-15 Foresters in set number 4.
It seems like whenever you think they're out and the Foresters are ready to pull away, they come creeping right back in the game. Foresters can't put the nail in the coffin.
Berea will start this one. And that's long again. We'll say it till the cows come home. Every single time that the Pomeroys have grabbed momentum, they just mishit a serve, and that's what has kept them from getting over the top here in set number 4. I would argue they're almost outplaying the Foresters. Their services, though, are just hurting them. Like right there, their swings are great. Their sets are awesome. Their receptions on the defensive side, good. They have not got a serve in what seems to be this entire 4th set.
It's been tough sledding for them, and I can only imagine what they're going to be doing in practice later this week.
We'll see if Besic can do it. And she doesn't. Again, it's remarkable. It's almost like a mental thing at this point. You feel like you're standing over that service line. You can't get the ball in as an entire team. It's like free throws you see with basketball teams sometimes.
Sort of feed off the energy of your teammates, and it just seems like no one can get the job done right now.
Cruz has been awfully good from there tonight, though. Meyer picks it up. It's Boyer who goes off the blocks. Ailes sets up Terry. Good swing, but a better dig by Verea. Meyer, Ailes, this time Keela Garton gets a kill.
And the Foresters almost have always been capitalizing on those mental errors by the Pomeroys. It'd be one thing if it wasn't hurting them, but those swings almost always come back to bite them.
And it looks like that Ashley Harris might want to challenge to see if the Foresters were into the net. So we'll take a break with them. We'll look at the challenge. We'll tell you what the score is when we come back. Right now it's 19-16 Foresters.
To me, Forester camps is definitely a lot of fun.
Fantastic.
Telling.
Something that everybody can find something that interests them.
A space to learn new things in a safe environment.
To me, Forester camps is getting to be a home away from home, I guess. You learn a lot here and you learn it well.
I plan on being an author once I'm done with college, so this seemed like a really fun opportunity for me.
It was just glad to meet new people in general and just kind of enjoy the workshop and just take away what I can from it and make myself a better writer.
That whole thing about how to write for musicals, I'd never even thought of that before, but that was awesome.
We'll show you this replay coming out of the break here in just a moment. It's good news if you're a Pomeroys fan, because Keela Garton definitely into the net here with the follow-through. There it is. Pulls the net down. It's now 18-17, showing the replay here in Platt Arena as well. That one was pretty easy to overturn, Brady.
Oh, yeah. Cut and dry evidence. Pomeroys are going to catch a break.
So, coaching staff of the year over here for the Pomeroys. They are just fired up.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the Foresters dancing as we wait to see what is going to happen. I think we know what's going to happen, though. It's a point for the Pomeroys, and now it's been announced. So, easy overturn there. I think that's the first overturn we've had tonight. The other two stayed as put.
Yeah. Again, a shout out to our production team. Just incredible that we were able to get the camera angles that we do to have the evidence to turn over a play like that.
18-17. Forster still in front. It's Daniela Zavnar. Left side. Garton getting a lot of time here in set 4. Nearly had a kill. Ailes to Terry. It's tipped over the top and into the net by the Pomeroys. That's a big point for HU because all the momentum started sliding towards St. Mary of the Woods, and the instant response there by the Foresters to get it back.
They've done a fantastic job at just controlling the momentum, not letting things get out of hand, not being overwhelmed by the energy that they're bringing, just staying within themselves and doing their jobs.
Ava Myers has done a nice job serving tonight. Right side, almost Sabi with a good swing, but right into the hands of Cruz. Garton was blocked, but got enough on it for a kill.
She is fired up as the Foresters draw to a 3-point lead.
You know, Keela has not had much opportunity this season. She played in 20 matches last year, getting a chance now this year and bringing some of that energy that's much needed. Myers receives well. It's tipped, and into the net goes the Foresters. It actually looks like Ailes was over the net, and it's an error on HU. It's 2018 now, and back to serve once more is Alexa Stiff. They just won't go away.
No, they are a scrappy team for sure.
Stiff almost has an ace. It's tipped over by Melendez. Huntington can reset with Garton, left side swing, gets a free ball right back to the Foresters. At the net, Carter with the hammer.
A big time point as the Foresters come out to a 3-point lead, inching closer. Question has to be asked, so the Pomeroys have one more run left in them to stay alive here.
It's Kennedy Urban in to serve. Carter again just continues her big night. 11 kills now. Cruz up to 13 to lead the way, and Terry's got 9 right behind her. Foresters almost with 3 players in double-digit kills. Urban, back row serve. It's Melendez who has to poke it over, but Robrock had to tip it right back. Melendez getting it right back. This time gets a free swing. Able to stay off the net. Urban close to Carter, just tipping it back and forth on the two sides. Robrock needs a good one, and she's got one.
That's just a tough spot to defend right there. Perfectly executed. Got past a diving Pomeroys. We're going to get a timeout.
Coach Harris going to use one of her last 2. Her team's running out of time right now. It's 22-18. Foresters trying to close it out at home. Set number 4, Huntington 22, St. Mary of the Woods College 18. The Pomeroys, they've been feisty. They've really fought hard. Service errors have just killed them tonight in this match. And, you know, at times they've outplayed Huntington the 3rd and 4th set, but those mistakes have just kept them from crawling over the edge. Huntington will take it. They're looking for their first 5-0 start in nearly 9 years. Kennedy Urban with her 2nd straight service. Goes into the middle of the Pomeroy formation. Melendez had a good swing on that one. Urban gets it off the net. Garton finishes it. What a boost she has brought, the sophomore.
She has been impressive here in this 4th set, coming up with some big-time plays and some big-time spots.
23-18 now. Foresters trying to put the Pomeroys away here in set number 4. Right side, that's Sophia Soto. A lot of movement on the net and down. HU couldn't quite handle that one, and it's 23-19.
Definitely don't want to play around right here, because if the Pomeroys are able to get these serves over, there's no telling this set is not over. They definitely could make a push and get right back in this thing.
And it's Aiden Britt. She has had some struggles from here tonight. No issues now. Meyer receives. Urban sets up Carter, and I'm telling you, the Carter connection has just been excellent tonight. No matter who is setting her up, vicious right in front of the net.
Yeah, dangerous. When you see her rising up, you do not want to be the player standing right in front of her, as the Foresters are now in inches of a set win.
Cron will do the serving. Foresters on defense here. Melendez is blocked. Kept alive by Pesic. Melendez again. Off the floor by Robrock and Urban. Dunked in, but stabbed out of the air. Carter tried putting it away. Melendez, right side, cross court. Robrock, Urban, and now Cruz. She goes long. Forrester's asking for a touch. And how fitting that we're going to try to end the night on a review. We'll go ahead and take a short break. We'll take a look at the touch, and when we come back, we might have game. See you in a few. We're still in review right now. The Foresters waiting to hear if they've won the match. Brady, I don't think there's enough to overturn it.
That's a tough spot to be in, especially if this will decide the game. It's a tough decision to make.
It is,
but they're going to give it to him.
Wow. So he saw enough to call it a Forester kill. It's a 25-19 and set number 4 win. 3-1 HU. They are 5-0 for the first time since 2016 and 2017. It was back and forth. There was nothing guaranteed, but they found a way to win tonight.
This Forester squad just controlled the pulse of this game, controlled the momentum, the pace, just about everything that you want. And you could tell there's something special about this group as they get out to a 5-0 start.
Huntington got it from a lot of different players tonight. On the night, their leading attacker, Mason Robrock, maybe didn't have her best stuff. It was Leah Carter, it was Haley Cruz, it was Trevin Terry. 3 different players for the Foresters, nearly in double digits on kills. That's a very impressive thing to happen. And HU's setters, the serves, everything was crisp tonight. There weren't many mistakes.
Yeah, and in a sport like volleyball where production needs to come from so many places, when you can get that at a high level, you're going to be a fantastic team. We saw that here tonight, production coming from almost every single one of the Forester players.
We should have Coach Kelsey Herber following the match. That is if she remembers to stop in. If not, we might just give her a little holler. She does like stopping in. And we'll see if she does so. She is. Brady, if you'd hand her the headset. We've got Coach Kelsey Herber joining us in just one moment. Coach, you might want to flip. Okay, you got it. You're an on-air personality. You know where the mic needs to be.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So first 5-0 start since 2016, 2017.
I did not know that.
A little nugget for you. Even Brady knew that coming in tonight.
Come on, guys. I'm slacking.
Right. You guys found a lot of different options tonight. Someone like Keela Garton came in. Mason Robrock maybe had a little bit of a tough stretch.
Yeah.
I saw your assistant coach talking to her. She had a big point in that fourth set as well. What do you do? What's the message to your team when someone's maybe not having their best night and someone else does have to go in and provide that energy?
My message in that scenario is it is such a positive for our team that we have more depth than ever. So when you have an off night, nobody likes to get pulled. Nobody wants to come out of the game. However, you can have this confidence of, my team's got me. Like, what a sign of a great team that we can put somebody else in and go get the job done when it's not your night. It's going to happen to everybody. I guarantee it. Everybody's going to have an off night. So I'm so proud of how Keela came in and was mentally ready to go and got the job done. And that then on the sideline, you know, she goes in for Maggie. Maggie's her biggest fan, you know, and Maggie's staying ready to go back in because she knows we could go back to you at any point in time. And I'm proud of, you know, Mason Robrock, like you said, working through that struggle, but to say, you know what, I'm going to keep playing with confidence and go get the big kills when they count.
Yep. Leah Carter, she's off to a phenomenal start. I mean, she's nearly hitting 500.
Yes.
She's putting away half of her chances.
Yep.
It's been incredible to see. What have you seen from her in her senior year that has kind of put her over the top?
Yes. It is how aggressive she is at the net. I remember her freshman year, I talked to her a lot about, hey, on a 50-50 ball, you got to get up. Oh, my goodness. Now she's winning every 50-50 ball, almost all of them. And just how fast of an arm swing she has, I think, makes her hard to defend, let alone the timing she's coming in and how high she reaches. And full transparency, I told our entire team that last stretch of points, I said, in transition, if you have a middle available, setters, you get them high enough, you feed them. And look what they did.
Right.
You know, one, tell me I should coach this game. And two, well done to our setters for executing and our middles for rocking it.
Yeah, well, awesome. Congrats on an excellent start. I know it's so nice to play at home for 5 straight.
So nice.
To be here in Platte Arena. Great crowd on a Wednesday night. Only going to get better with the students coming in. But excellent start. Always fun to watch your guys' energy on the sideline. And congrats on a good start.
I appreciate it.
No
Thanks,
problem.
guys.
Yep. We'll get Brady back on to finish up the broadcast. Brady, it's the first 5-0 start for the Foresters in 9 years. Just an excellent run for them to start the season. What did you see tonight that pushed them over the top?
Just sort of what I said earlier, production coming from all places, whether it's serving, blocking, kills, just executing everything so well and controlling the pulse. There was so much momentum coming from the Pomereux side, but they did not let that affect them at all. They stayed within themselves, played their game, and you see how it worked out for them, picking up a big win against a good team. This is a team that's going to finish with a good record when it's all said and done, their first game of the season. This is going to be a win that the Huntington Foresters look back on and say, yeah, we beat that team.
So Huntington moves to 5-0. It'll be a little bit till we have volleyball back here on FDN Sports, but you guys can tune in for some soccer, men's soccer on Friday night. I believe that's a 5 o'clock kickoff. And then women's soccer, both of their first matches on FDN Sports. Who knows, it might be Brady back on for some soccer for the first time. We appreciate you guys for tuning in tonight. We thank Emmy Malone and Jonathan Peters in the back, Bryant over there, and Mia on camera as well. An excellent, excellent production here in just our fourth broadcast of the year. We'll talk to you next time. Thanks for tuning in to FDN Sports tonight.